Hello, Aries. Shakima in the building. I'm just stopping in to do a reading for the Aries babies in the room. You may be cross-watching, you may be watching for yourself, but this is a reading for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July. And the inspiration behind this reading is simply the fact that there's some stuff going on astrologically. There's some stuff that's about to trigger some stuff for us with Mercury being in retrograde. So I'm just like, do you know what? I'm going to do what I can to assist my fellow mass consciousness walking that tough walk. It's really like, it's one of the most difficult times to be out here, like doing this whole life thing, to be fair. So yeah, if you guys do like my technique, if you like the way that I go about doing my readings, do bear in mind this is going to be a general reading for my Aries babies. So information will be in the description box if you would like to book any sort of personal readings or sessions with me. And yeah, be sure to comment and let me know how you were able to sort of utilize the actual information to navigate through the week in question. And give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Still leave me a comment in the comment box below so that I can, utilize the constructive criticism to get better. Because it's a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everyone. So if it doesn't resonate, let it dissipate. If it does resonate, again, just give me some feedback on why you felt that it was for you. Okay, and definitely be sure, if it does resonate, to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you can be kept in the know for as and when I upload these awesome videos for you guys. Okay, that being said, guys, I just want to get straight into it for you guys so that we can get as much insight in a short span of time as possible. Okay, so I'm going to kick off with a tarot spread for past, present, and future, hopefully. Aquarius, it wasn't that simple. There was so much going on with their energy. And then we're going to pull a romance card for the single Aries, the taken Aries, and the Aries that are in complicated situationships, because we're all going through something, right? And I'm then going to be able to pull an oracle guidance for the actual, closing out of the session. Okay, so let's get straight to it, guys. Never mind my alarm going off. It's just something it does. Okay, let's get into it. So what is the divine guidance for my Aries babies for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July? Okay, so you guys are going to be getting some public recognition that's really going to bring you some solid foundation. It's really going to actually give you the opportunity to build some structure for yourself. And I can see as well, there has been some disappointments that you've kind of dealt with in the past that have led you up to this point, and it was absolutely necessary. You weren't necessarily sort of balancing too well. You weren't sort of great with your timekeeping at one point or another, and it felt like it was overwhelming for you at times. But you're now at the place where all of that hard work is really starting to pay off. You're going to get the public recognition that you deserve. There is going to be some victory for you. Your ego is going to get the opportunity to have itself straight. So it's not going to be a bad week for you guys, all in all. Let's have a little look. Okay, throughout the process, I see you guys being really quite emotionally calm, emotionally mature throughout the week. And I do see you guys getting yourselves into a place of just absolute openness, I guess. Openness to areas that you have been inflexible before. You may find yourself being a little bit passive at times, so be mindful of that. You don't want to sort of overdo it in that way, and you don't want to sort of overexert your energy as well, because I see you sort of burning yourself out if you're not careful. So also just be mindful of that. Okay, let's have a little look as well, because it seems like there has been some sorrow, or there may be some sorrow to come for the week ahead, though there is going to be, so There's some sadness over broken home situations that have left you really sort of contemplating where you went wrong. What was it about you that really sort of caused the disruption to the relationship, because you felt as though the relationship was going in a steady trajectory. You're sad about the way that things has panned out. You're not ready or willing to move forward with anybody else. You're not open to anything else. You're literally just sort of sat there wondering what went wrong and why. I can see it looks and appears to you that it's been sort of a missed opportunity in the past, and you're really sort of going to be comparing this person to everyone that sort of comes around you as well. I'm going to say this, like, there was some deception with the situation. The romance wasn't entirely as it appeared to be on surface, and the notion that you had of this interaction was an idealistic perspective, not the entire truth. It's just something that you were telling yourself that, so that you could get by. And it's all of a sudden, it's almost like, this perspective of having so many different options, of having so many different choices, was an illusion, because really there was only one person that you were really into, and you kind of wasn't necessarily too clear about that at times, and you gave mixed messages almost, and it's left you at the point where now you're kind of mourning the loss of that relationship that you thought was really the relationship that you want, but you didn't communicate that as effectively as you needed to be able to make this person feel as special as you felt that they are to you. So let's have a look and see how things are going to unfold for you guys throughout the week. What is the divine guidance for my Aries babies for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July, Spirit? As clearly as you can. Okay, that wasn't clear. Okay, that is. Thank you. Okay, so what we're seeing is that there's still some baggage. Like, you can't necessarily move on. You're still sort of connected to this person. You're still carrying thoughts and emotions for this person. So what we see in the past is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So this has gotten you in the past, so you didn't make enough time for this romance. You didn't allow for yourself to be completely open to it when it first started becoming a thing, and you drowned yourself in work as a excuse almost. It was kind of a means so that you didn't necessarily have to open yourself up. It was definitely a situation that you used to be able to kind of close yourself off from the prospect of being vulnerable to this possible love prospect. And because you were scared of getting hurt, you just drowned yourself in work and allowed for that to be, your kind of coping mechanism with the situation. You used it as an excuse, basically. I can see right now as well, you're planning. Most of your plans are happening within a community, so it's more of a friendship aspect of things that is developing more so than the romance side of things. And because of that past situation where you overworked yourself or overly committed yourself to work circumstances, you're not now at a place where you're feeling a little bit hopeless about the situation. You're feeling like, maybe there is no point in hanging on to the possibility of making a romantic connection, of actually finding somebody that is interested romantically. And even if you were to find somebody that was interested romantically, can you then also let go of that pattern that you have where you drown yourself in work to avoid actually feeling, to avoid actually talking about feelings, to avoid actually expressing feelings? That's some of the things that you really need to sort of look at. That's some of the things that you're going to need to address. But right now, you are still connected to someone in question, and it feels as though you can't move on, and that's what you're really sort of hopeless about, because you don't see that situation sort of coming into manifestation, or at least it doesn't seem that way on surface. What is the overall outcome for my Aries babies moving forward for the 9th to the 15th of July, Spirit? What is the outcome for my Aries babies for the 9th to the 15th of July? One card, as clear as you can. Hopefully it's one card, guys, so that we could just get that clarity in there, and it's going to give us the final piece to the puzzle? I guess it's 2 cards. So for the most part, moving forward, you will be emotionally secure, you'll be emotionally grounded, but you'll also find yourself being almost overly controlling. Like, that's one of the things that you find. Even though you're emotionally secure with the situation, you'll be quite domineering at times. You have to really try not to be too excessive with your control tendencies, because I think that that's almost like a triggered reaction to the fact that you felt hopeless, or you're feeling hopeless in the present situation, to the point where when you find yourself getting to a place where you're emotionally secure, you just kind of want to control that moment. You want to sort of continue to feel that moment of security for yourself. What I do see for you moving forward is that there is going to be some new financial opportunities for you. There's going to be opportunities to manifest new opportunities for yourself in terms of your romance. But again, you kind of just have to be mindful of this control thing, because you can tend to be quite domineering, and it may sort of impact you drastically so as well. I do see victory for you. Like, I feel like there's been situations where you've completed a cycle. You know, you've completed a pattern of your way of thinking that you're going to be burnt out by allowing for yourself to be open to someone, and you will get some recognition for it. It's almost like somebody is going to be able to sort of say, do you know what? I haven't spoken to this person for a while. I really do actually want to reach out to them and let them know that I've been thinking about them, and yeah, I just want to sort of check in and see what's going on their end as well, because they've been on my mind lately. You've been on someone's mind lately, and they want to reach out to you and let you know that, hey, I've been checking for you. I know I ain't been as expressive as I need to, and you're probably shocked and confused as to how I can even say those things, but just know that even if I'm not as vocal, you're on my mind. Okay, babe? Just saying. We're gonna go ahead and pull some romance cards for you guys, and we'll start off with my taken Aries. So what is the divine guidance for my Aries in relationships? Okay, so for you guys, you're advised to make an effort. Okay, you're advised to make an effort. This is a soulmate connection that you're dealing with, and in order for you to be able to navigate through the process moving forward, you're going to have to learn to love yourself first. You're going to have to learn to sort of put some RESPECT on your name, put some respect on your name, so that you can actually sort of teach this other person that is in your space how to love you respectfully. So you're going to need to clear your energy from the past. You're going to need to release your ex. So understand that you've learned a lot from your past situations. You've learned a lot from the past circumstances, and it's actually giving you an opportunity to heal some of your broken family issues and patterns, so that you can move forward effectively and not let this impact your children or, you know, anybody else that didn't sort of cut you, so you don't have to bleed all over them basically from the disaster of that relationship or others before that one. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot. So for you guys, I'm gonna have a look at the cards that's fallen out, but for you guys in relationships, it's kind of saying to keep an open mind. Pay attention to the red flags, absolutely, but definitely keep an open mind to the situation, because you're gonna have to go through a process of forgiving some of the decisions that you guys have made in the past, but Spirit's advising that you stay optimistic about your love life. You guys are going to be able to embark on a honeymoon period all over again, but you are going to have to sort of throw caution to the wind a little bit. The signs are cautioning you. So those red flags, you're going to have to address them head on and give yourselves an opportunity to have the conversations that you need to be able to move forward. And it will give you guys an opportunity to recommit as far as the relationship. I know you guys are already sort of having certain commitments within the relationship, but ultimately will give you the opportunity to call in your soulmate. So now I know that you're in a relationship because this is for my taken Aries, but this will give you an opportunity to recommit to that relationship, because it feels as though for some of you that have been in the relationship for a while, it feels as though you guys have somehow grown apart, and it's almost like you guys are hanging on for dear life, and nobody really wants to have the conversation with the next person to be able to say, do you know what, I'm not necessarily where I used to be as far as a situation with you, because there's a fear that things might actually come to an end. But it may just come to an end. It may come to an end as far as, you know, you being dissatisfied with the relationship and pretending that you aren't. But by being able to have those conversations, it will give you the opportunity to come to the realization that your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations helps to bring you two together. Okay? Right. We'll go ahead and pull a card for my single Aries. So for my single Aries, you are single because you are focused on your career. Okay, boo? You're focused on getting your coins up. You're making sure that you are not actually having to continuously be out there toiling away in the soil to make ends meet. That's not the way that you want to live. Like, you guys want to be able to luxuriate. You guys want to be able to go through like honeymoon periods where you can literally just pick yourself up and travel overseas as and when you want to, without having to consider the money aspect. You will be able to get to that place once you're able to address these situations, because by you addressing these situations to do with your finances and career, it actually gives you a decent opportunity to actually connect to your soulmate, just so that you guys can see that it's not something, I'm not messing about with you guys. It's going to give you an opportunity to really call home your soulmate, and you guys will be able to really embark on a honeymoon experience. But first you have to sort of go through a process of learning what is working for you in terms of your career and what isn't, because what you don't want to do, again, for you single Aries, is drown yourself in work, avoiding the possibility and potential of relationship. Okay, it's pointless for you to call in a relationship only for you to spend all your time working on yourself anyways. It's counterproductive. It doesn't serve a purpose. What is the divine guidance for my Aries that are in situationship, Spirit? What can you tell me for them? Okay. So for you guys in situationships, you guys are getting the opportunity to evolve into new love. And I think my situationships for Pisces also got this as well, actually. You're getting the opportunity to sort of transcend your past patterns with this person, because you're kind of like in a complicated situation. You're going to have a new person that's stirring your romantic feelings. So it may not necessarily be a new person as such. It may be an evolved version of the person that you're currently dealing with that is going to really sort of get you to a place of being excited. You're almost enchanted by their spirit and really wanting to be able to kind of spend more time with them, wanting to get to know them, wanting to get to understand more of how they were able to get to this place on their own journey. For some of you, it may be a new love entirely, actually, I'm seeing. That is really going to be sort of, it's almost like curiosity, the curiosity that killed the cat, if you will. Luckily, they have 9 lives, right? Speaking about the cat. But yeah, it will really give you an opportunity to be able to sort of stir up some new romantic feelings for you. And it's also going to give you an opportunity to really address issues with codependency. It's going to give you an opportunity to really look at the way you're able to express yourself, express your love, express your romantic feelings, and making romantic gestures so that the person that you're supposed to be in relationship with is able to really sort of feel that vibe from you. You know, feel like you guys are on the same page, feel like you know what they are saying or they know what you're saying without you guys having to say a word to each other. For those of you, again, dealing with codependency issues, I spoke about it in the last video. Codependency can also show up in some sort of substance abuse as well. So for some of you guys that are dealing with codependency issues, this is a great time for you to just look at yourself and understand maybe why you shouldn't have that final glass of wine or that last glass of brandy. Like, just really sort of look at yourself. If you're sort of smoking too much, for some of you guys, just use it as an opportunity to get more of an understanding as to why you are having these addictive patterns play itself out in your relationship, because you may find yourself being addicted to the person that's coming in, and having a misplaced sense of loyalty where you put your shit on pause as well. So it's not entirely for your best interest, but you kind of have to go through the process to get some realization as to what you are doing that isn't necessarily serving for your overall highest and best good. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a final card for you guys. As far as angel oracle message, what is the divine guidance for my Aries for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July? Spirit saying to just let it go. Okay, let go of your attachment to the outcome, let go of your attachment to the overall result at the end, because it is going to be a peaceful resolution for everybody involved ultimately, and only Spirit can make that call. Okay, what is the divine guidance for my Aries babies for the week of the 9th to the 15th? Okay, guys, I'm going to go and grab your divine guidance. Ultimately, this is going to come with terms of compromise for you. Yeah, no need to worry. The advice for you guys is that there's no need to worry. You are going to have to make some compromises throughout this week, just to sort of balance the scales out. In terms of your romance as well, just so you guys can see in terms of your romance, so that you guys can really take an opportunity to really allow for a recommitment with the situation, new levels of the relationship, ascending to new heights. Don't worry, it's gonna come. It's just right now isn't necessarily the time for that to be the situation. There's some things that you guys both need to reconsider, and you kind of have to be a little bit more assertive in terms of your communication, making sure that you're nurturing your desires as well as trying to adhere to your situationships requirements as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it there for you guys. I hope that that's useful for you guys. If it does resonate, like I said, comment down below and let me know how you were able to utilize the information to navigate through the week in question. And be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like. If you don't, thumbs down. But also just comment and let me know so that I can utilize it as constructive criticism. And yeah, be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be in the know for when I upload these awesome videos for you guys. And as per usual, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey. And until next time, beloveds, Ashe. Mwah.